Hello, hello, hello. I might as well have my audio on while I stick this link in various Discord servers and whatnot. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the party, Scotty, Lilac, Leona. I have some actual audio today. For years, I have never been able to do a composition stream because I've never been able to get Mac audio into OBS, but it's also afternoon in the East Coast. It is not night. I am just not exactly being as articulate as I should be. But yes, audio works, meaning I can actually write a whole ass song today. I mean, I can do that anyway. I just can't usually do it on stream. I gotta stick this link in various places, putting it on Tumblr. I never know what to tag streams on Tumblr, especially if they're not like for a thing, you know? I'm gonna stick it on Blue Sky, which I'm not logged into on desktop, so I gotta hunt for the link on my phone and stick it there. Where are you, link of mine? Still feel a chill sliding down my spine. Articulate because not being articulate on her composing stream. Alert the presence. Yep. I'm never being articulate. The articulately came from I wanted a pester handle that had A and C because my zodiac troll is Nepeta. That's where articulate composed comes from. It all just comes down to me being a filthy fucking homestuck. So what mood are we going for today? So, for those of you who have maybe come into some of my streams in recent weeks, you may have heard about, you may have heard me talk about Moment of Balance, which is my TTRPG podcast that is coming out in 2 months. 2 months? 2 months, yeah. We have 2 months to finish the whole thing. Oh my god. So what I'm writing today is going to be a theme for actually the character that Jonaya plays. It is going to be her more introspective theme, her more, we've been calling it her I regret killing a man theme. And if you guys are interested, I can show you guys the I am currently killing a man theme that I finished writing the other day. Or yesterday, actually. Something minor, actually, it's probably going to be more pentatonic. So, Jonaya, unlike pretty much anyone else in the cast, gave me very specific references she wants for her music. Regret killing man theme, I'm currently killing man theme, yes. So yeah, it's probably not going to be in minor, it's probably going to be in pentatonic because Jonaya's influence for this part of Sabi's vibe is it comes from samurai films. Comes from a lot of things that are using a more traditional Japanese pentatonic scale. I might end up looking up some specific scales while we were working, but I might just work in like a classic minor pentatonic. Yeah, her two inspirations. She wanted a soundtrack from samurai films and also soundtrack from spaghetti westerns. So the last one I did was very much inspired by the soundtrack to the spaghetti westerns that Ennio Morricone scored, specifically the soundtrack to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Yeah, Jonaya has very specific references she wanted me to pull from. Everything else is pulling directly from the Legend of Korra soundtrack, because that's what Moon of Balance is. It is a TTRPG, spaghetti westerns and ramen westerns. Yeah, pretty much, actually. A lot of Sabi's character comes from both of those vibes. All right, post it on Blue Sky. And, yeah. Give me 2 seconds. See if everyone who I want... Oh, I should stick this in just the regular old friend server. That's always a good place to put scores. Not scores, streams. Words. Okay. Yeah, this is probably good enough. Since this isn't a Homestuck related stream, I will not be, putting it in Homestuck servers and stuff. Go get some food. Get yourself some ramen or spaghetti. All right, let me get rid of this starting soon. And here we are. So we're going to start in Logic today. Are you guys able to see? Are you guys able to hear? The thingy says I should be able to hear, but I just want to make sure. So we're going to start by, excellent. And how's the sound levels? Does it sound too loud? But yeah, I like to start by creating a flavor palette. So, yeah, the examples Jonaya gave me, I honestly didn't feel fit the vibe I was thinking of for this scene. Well, it's going to show up several times. So I'm going to start with something calmer. I'm going to keep the piano up, not because I plan on using piano, but mostly because... let me expand this a little bit. It's a little tiny. Because, you never know when I'm going to want to go back to piano. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to play you guys something from the musical that I've been writing. But let's take that piano and shove it to the side because I want something else. All right. So this is where all of my sounds come from. They come from the East-West Composer Cloud. If it will load. Yeah, and it's pretty clear what I've been using a lot of lately because the first thing that opens up is East-West Raw, which is the one that has the Deezy flute, which is... a sound that I've been using quite a lot in this soundtrack, specifically because there's a character. One of the main characters, one of the player characters, plays a Deezy flute. So I've been using it a lot, so it's the automatic one, but I don't want the Deezy flute right now. I think I want... I want a gamelan. I might want a gamelan. I've been using gamelan for some of the more introspective stuff, some of the more also prefer the tuned ones. What does it sound like untuned? Ah, that ray. That ray is off. I don't like that. Ooh. I like that flavor. Let's try a different one, just in case. Has less of a ring to it. This one has some ring, but I don't know. Interesting effect. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. Is it raining? I don't know which instrument that is specifically. I just know the shape is high notes, small notes, big, and you hit the. Yep. I mean, it's a mallet percussion basically. Mallet percussions. They don't all look the same, but they have the same general vibe. It is not. Well, it's not for a specific scene actually. So the way that we are using this soundtrack is each character gets two themes. One more upbeat theme and one more quiet, introspective theme. So for Sabi's more upbeat theme, that was the Western theme, the kind of like, you know, I'm currently killing a man. And this is the more introspective one. For Hanako, so I don't know how much you guys know about this show that I talk about nonstop, but also don't talk about nonstop in every single place because I don't really talk much on social media. It follows three characters, Sabi, Hanako, and Chong. And Sabi is a gunslinging orphan. She's a lesbian with a gun. Who doesn't love a lesbian with a gun? And she sometimes kills people, and she doesn't love that she kills people. But yeah. Hanako is a diplomat from the Fire Nation, from a very wealthy, regressive family. So her quieter theme is something very traditional sounding, something very reminiscent of the first Atlas soundtrack, and her, like the original Atlas soundtrack rather than the Korra soundtrack, and her upbeat theme is a blues reminiscent of the Korra soundtrack. Very, I call it Seki blues. It's very, very 20s jazz, like supposed to sound extremely 1920s. And Chong is a very goofy little guy. His upbeat theme is this wacky, someone described it as running around the yard chasing chickens kind of theme, and his slower, more introspective theme is a solo flute piece. So yeah, this is Diplomat who's also an orphan guilty of murder. No, the diplomat is not the orphan who's guilty of murder. The orphan who's guilty of murder is a different character. There's three characters here. Nah, the diplomat is the rich girl. There's an orphan, there's a rich girl, and there's a Chong. Chong is just Chong. There's no other way to describe him. That guy. positive. Very positive. Everyone loves Chom. You can't not love Chom. Now, because of my setup, if I want to look at how my stream stats are doing, I do have to show you guys, like, my whole screen. So my stream stats will just be a mystery for now. But that's okay. All right, I think I like this gamble one. I think I'm going to use this one. So, yeah. Actually, I'll get rid of the piano for now. I don't need the piano. Rich diplomat, girl, orphan guilty of murder, and this one guy who is here. Yes. Yes, actually, that is very much the party. That is a way you can boil it down. And, yeah. The orphan with a gun, Sabi, the one whose theme I'm writing, she does crime. She's in an organized crime group, an all-women's gunslinging triad called the Piercing Pistols. So, like, you know, she's not the most upstanding citizen, but also you root for her. She wants good stuff. Like, you know, freedom for the people of the Earth Kingdom. Things like workers' rights. She is, spoiler alert, going to stage a large-scale strike. And it does things. I've never played in anything larger than 3. I've always done a group of 3. Sometimes I've done a group of 2, actually, and honestly 2 is a little tricky. I'm not the biggest fan of doing just 2 players in a DM because it feels there's not as much to bounce off of. But yeah, I've only ever played in a group of 3, and I've only ever I've only ever DM'd this game here. All right. Instead of the piano sound, I'm gonna get rid of the piano sound. I'm gonna find a good, so the songs that Jonaya gave me as examples. Usually my groups are a bit bigger. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I, as a DM, would get lost with too many players, too. I don't know, it might be fun to bring in a 4th. Actually, we were toying around with this during, in between seasons 1 and 2. Like, it might be fun to bring in a 4th player. Because our group, we got a metal bender, we got a fire bender, we got an air bender, but we don't have a water bender. So I thought, we should maybe find a water bender, and then we can have a group of all 4 elements. But, we don't need a 4th. The 3 are so gelled together. 4 to 5 players. Okay, yeah. 5 feels like that would definitely get overwhelming for me. What was I doing? I'm going to Opus. I don't want to be on Addictive Keys. Okay. I'm going to find myself like a nice kind of rough flute sound. I don't want the Deezy flute because I use the Deezy flute for Chong songs. That's so much a Chong sound. What is this? That is not what I want. What is this? I think this is the flute sound we want. And this is a key switch. So a key switch instrument gives you a lot of different timbres to play with. So here, there's this breathy sound, the next one. A lot less breathy. Some vibrato. Very similar to the first. Sometimes they don't all sound that different from each other. Ooh, we got an effect there. Spit effect. Overtones. Shakuhachi. It was Pathfinder's the larger party felt necessary. Okay, I've never played Pathfinder before. I know that's based in the D&D system. If that's right, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, honestly, most of the games I've played are powered by the Apocalypse games. So, you know, 2 dice, very story-based. I don't have too much experience with TTRPGs, but I've played a bunch of Monster of the Week, and I've DM'd Avatar Legends, and I guess I've played a handful of slightly different, like, slightly other modified things. But yeah, I'm not, like, super well versed in a lot of different TTRPGs, and definitely not in the D&D based systems. Alright, so we got Gamelan, we got Shakuhachi. I want to add some kind of percussion sound. Because the examples Jonaya gave me, they had a very, you know, steady beat, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting something a little more rubato, but nothing wrong with a little bit of percussion. I'll keep that in for now. We'll probably add a higher percussion, something less bassy. But let's start by just figuring out a chord progression. So yeah, we're gonna stay pretty major. We're not, well, very minor pentatonic. I want to stay in that vibe, and I want to focus on fourths. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to do a little bit of music research. Got my phone up so you guys don't have to see my screen. So how are y'all's days going? Got good shit going on?
Hey, you.
Hello. Also, my wife is here. Say hi to my wife.
Alright, I gotta go back to editing audio.
Jonaya is also editing stuff for Moment of Balance.
Yeah.
She's editing our very fun, so we have our mid-roll ad section where we're going to, you know, have ads for the network and sponsors and stuff. And we also have a fake mid-roll ad for every episode. Oh, there's this pentatonic scale. I like this one. Alright. Let's make it a little slower than that. Metronome. Figure out what tempo we want. This is all on my phone, so you guys can't see it. Chat says hi.
Hi.
Let's do quarter note equals 90. Pull this down. Nope, you don't want that. Pull this down to get the right tempo. That should have a click behind it to make it easier. Then, yeah. We got this repeating ostinato here. Next thing we do. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Cute. Quantize it. Makings of reflection and guilt already. Well, I'm glad that it is doing what it's supposed to. I believe I did a wrong note somewhere. Here. And I want to take this bottom note and I want to extend it. So we got that ring that stays throughout. So, working on a specific pentatonic scale, which means I have a handful of, I'm going to pull up the piano so you guys can see this visually because it's interesting. I love music theory. I'm a fucking freak that loves music theory. So, you guys might be bored out of your mind, but that doesn't matter. What am I looking for? Keep. So I'm working with this pentatonic scale that has do, re, mi, sol, la. So we got this minor chord available. Nice and simple. When it comes to D, we don't have any notes that are in a regular D scale or a regular D chord. We don't have, can't do a D major, can't do a D minor. We can do this sort of crunchy chord here. E, we've got the, oh wait, no. Well, that's back to E minor. Yeah, there's not too many chords at my disposal, so I might stray from the pentatonic scale at some point. Because yeah, we have a minor chord, a tritone, we have a minor chord, and we also have a major chord at our disposal. Gotta love a flat six. You know what we need? We need strings. that doesn't have a velocity change. I might do this thing. Do a solo cello, that might be. That's the thing. A lot of music teachers don't teach theory because they think, oh, theory's too complicated for people to learn. But the thing is, theory helps you understand your instrument so much. And I wish I was taught theory sooner. It took me a while to get the connection between the theory and the playing. And I honestly never got that connection on my sax. I still can't think theory while I play sax. But when it comes to piano, it is so linked to theory that, like, you know, when I'm teaching my piano lessons and stuff, I, you know, I'm automatically doing theory analysis on the pieces, and it helps me understand it way quicker. So I do make sure to talk about theory, about chords, about Roman numerals, about all that with my piano students. A lot of it goes, like, in one ear and out the other, but, like, who cares? Because the more you hear it, the more it's gonna stick in their head. It takes a while for things to stick in heads. Alright, I'll stick with the cello sound for now, but so it's not too overwhelming. Notes got math shit that makes stuff sound real good. Yeah. Though, like, when people are like, music is math, it's no more math than any other discipline, you know? Like, I guess, you know, when it comes to circle of fifths stuff, that's fairly math. But, like, music doesn't become only math until you get to, like, contemporary classical tone rows, and oh my god, I fucking hate tone rows. It's when music is nothing but math, when it's nothing but a puzzle to put together, it stops being music. It's not about what it makes you feel anymore. I was going to go here. I'm going to do something that's going to make this a lot quieter. And then I will go back and do the continuous controllers more. But let's start with modulation. Oh, I have to actually have a note first, don't I? Fucking Pythagoras cult. It's not channel 1. Never mind. Sometimes you gotta just fish around for which channel it's on. If it's not on 1, it's on channel 11. There we go. So this is something called a continuous controller. And this basically is a way to control volume, to control dynamics, to control timbre. And in this, usually the way that I control dynamics is through something called velocity. So over here, you see how these are different colors. Velocity is basically how hard you press the key. So on the gamelan track, if I press hard, it's louder. If I press soft, it's softer. It's like a real instrument. But for whatever reason, some instruments don't have that. Some instruments are like, no, we're going to skip over velocity. We're only going to use continuous controllers. So when that's the case, I got to just preemptively bring down that volume so it doesn't overwhelm everything. do have a G open fifth, which is nice. That's not going to make it, it's going to almost make it sound like a G chord, but we don't have that B there. We don't have the B that gives it that 5 feeling, that pull to 1. So it's going to be, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and loop it. Yeah, so what we got going on here, oh, this is going to be quantize them over here, extend these a little bit longer, let's extend these just the tiniest bit longer so it doesn't collide with anything. This one collides. If it collides, it's going to play the note. Too close. Gotta have no overlap whatsoever, or else it just straight up won't reiterate the note. There we go. Alright, let's have some percussion. Add this heartbeat sound underneath. This one has velocity for sure. play guitar, so I just make noise until something sounds nice. Honestly, that is subconscious knowledge of music theory. I believe that the majority of people are able to subconsciously understand music theory without knowing the words to put behind it. If you know it sounds nice, that's because you've heard those sounds before in the music you listen to, and you are subconsciously just putting two and two together. And you might not know what got you there, and that is what the study of music theory is, just figuring out what is getting you to the sound that you want. Because you already know you want that sound. And what's really interesting is sometimes culture changes what you think sounds nice and what you are good at identifying by ear. I have a piano student who is from Thailand, and she struggles to tell the difference between major and minor because culturally that's not a difference that she grew up hearing a lot, which is fucking fascinating. That's so cool that, like, we can tell the difference between major and minor. We have that association of minor equals sad because of where we grew up. I think that's cool as shit. But yeah, if you are able to tell whether something sounds good, you are subconsciously tapping into that music theory you've spent your whole life absorbing. Maybe not knowing exactly what's going on, but you've been absorbing it subconsciously. Alright, I'm just checking thingies. Ooh. So, you guys want to hear something fun? So, while I have been starting this song, Jonaya's been doing the mid-roll ads for Moment of Balance, and I want to show you guys some of the mid-roll ads.
Play the Seki Mongoose Lizards one. I'm particularly happy with that.
Okay, I'm going to play the Seki Mongoose Lizards one. I'm going to put the starting soon screen on so you guys don't have to see my messy computer. But let's take a look at some Seki Mongoose
Do they still
Lizards.
hear your audio?
They can still hear my audio.
It's in the... yeah.
Do you need a reliable form of transportation? Seki Mongoose Lizards, Incorporated. Do you need a ride that can cover remarkable distances at inexplicable speed and even walk on water? Seki Mongoose Lizards, Incorporated. We've got the latest line of mongoose lizards available now on affordable payment plans. And last season's mongoose lizards are available at discounts that are simply amazing. Don't need a mongoose lizard to own? Ask about our patented lizard lease. No matter what your needs, come to John Dory and the Fire Nation and ride home on your very own mongoose lizard today.
Incredible. What's another one that they should listen to?
I don't know. Let me see what are ones that were... Boulder Lake is not too... The Very Firearms one from the first.
Okay, let me find that.
That has... It's up a little bit in the chat. May 31st.
Okay, there we go.
That's got my parody of the Sam Colt one.
Yeah, this is the first of the ads. This is what you're going to hear in episode 1 if you listen to episode 1.
Is life in Republic City getting a little too dangerous for you? Worried that your lack of bending will have you on the outs if the triads come knocking? Well, no worries, friends. Barrick Industries has a whole new line of fine firearms at affordable prices. Choose the top-of-the-line Lawman's Friend Mark IV, now offered in the ultra-reliable 44 RCPD cartridge. Or if you need something light and dependable, maybe the ladies' friend Mark V, now with the stopping power of 32 VPC and available for the low price of 300 yuan. Maintenance kit not included. Remember, Republic City separated the wolf bats from the turtle ducks, and Iknik Varek made 'em equal.
It's supposed to be a explicit reference to the Colt firearms ads from fucking turn of the 20th century?
It's a famous quote. I don't remember if it was from their advertising or if it was just something that was said, but it's the original line is, "The West separated the men from the boys, and Sam Colt made 'em equal." I don't know what the original attribution for the quote is, but it's very well known.
Yeah, we have all of these little mid-roll ads. They're going to be, fun little in-universe things, and sometimes they will be basically telling God made man, fault made him equal. Yeah. Yes. I guess not exactly. I don't think it's referencing that one specifically. It's referencing a slightly different one, but yeah. Every episode is going to have a little fake ad. Sometimes it's for things that are relevant to the episode. Well, they're usually relevant to the episode, but sometimes they're like predicting other things. Like this one, it doesn't predict something, but it does mention a place that people will go later in the show.
Are you tired of the hustle and bustle of Republic City dragging you down day in and day out? Want to escape to a simpler time where life didn't move so fast, people weren't so rude, and the water was always clean and clear? Well, my friends, come visit scenic Boulder Lake. Boulder Lake is a quaint town surrounding a mirror-clear lake out in the country, but accessible to Republic City by motorway and direct bus line. As soon as you set foot in this lovely town, you'll never want to leave. Sample the local delicacies, swim in the beautiful lake, and take in the amazing natural beauty and fascinating wildlife. By the time you're ready to leave, you'll never want to go. So come to Boulder Lake and have a Boulder day.
Have a Boulder day. I should have done the Boulder Lake one.
Fucking Boulder Lake.
There is a character named Hoomer who says, have a Boulder day.
Boulder Lake that references something that won't become relevant for several more episodes.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not a spoiler.
No.
Exactly. It's just a reference to what happens later. Or a location, I guess.
I am so excited to show this show to the world. Let me put my, let's take this away. So we can keep composing. I need a high percussion. Not a Lotus Garden kind of thing. What do you mean by a Lotus Garden kind of? Like the song doesn't feel like a Lotus Garden, or the add a higher percussion. Boulder Lake. Oh, it's actually spelled like boulder, like a rock. It's a lake with a big old fucking rock in the middle, with a boulder in the middle. That's why it's called Boulder Lake. No, I don't want that. Don't change the volume on me. Boulder Lake Lotus Garden. It's not a Lotus Garden. It's fun. Oh, the Hotel California. Boulder Lake is the Hotel California. Such a lovely face. Such a lovely place. Where are you going to? Opus. We're gonna find a higher, slappier sounding percussion. I think I'm gonna do Storm Drum. Storm Drum has lots of fun stuff in it. Let's try Woods. Slapsticks. You can check out any time, but you can never leave. Nah, you can leave Boulder Lake. It's not like a fucked up resort. It's just a little town where people have some emotional issues they have to work through.
Yeah, people. Just random, unrelated cast people. I guess some of the people in the town do have some issues they need to work through. But mostly it's the cast. And their NPCs. Who's a fun. It was a fun one.
Yeah, that one was Chrissy's.
I had a good time.
I don't know if that's what's this? Ooh! Interesting. I'm already informed, though. That's not good for. Whew. Nah. Yeah, slapstick is actually an instrument. It's not just, slapstick comedy. Pretty sure it's called slapstick comedy because they used a slapstick for emphasis, I believe. Huh. That's not what I want. Shakers? Oh, I fucked up. I put it on the wrong fucking track because I'm an idiot. I gotta put the gamelan sound back. No, it's not gamelan. It's taiko. I'm dumb. I'm dumb today. Yeah, I thought I watched a video on that, on like what makes the slapstick so slappy. This is what I needed to be doing. We are all dumb on this blessed day, yes. Yes, we are. Small drums. They use to ignite the gunpowder so it makes it stick and stuff. Cool. So many lawsuits. Oh my god. Yeah, I can imagine. The random percussion is oddly soothing. Yeah, this is what takes the majority of the time when I'm writing a track, honestly, is just building the palette, figuring out what instrumentation I want. And the actual writing usually goes pretty fast because when I'm writing soundtrack music, I usually it's either like an AABA song, I do that a lot with game soundtracks, or maybe it's just strophic. I do a lot of strophic ones because if I do game tracks, they have to loop. So the form is usually pretty simple. If I have one melodic thing, I'll stick with that, and then I'll write another melodic thing, and then I go back to the first one. It's so quick and easy to write, so it's really all about building that atmosphere, building the palette, the flavors. Soundtrack writing for me is a lot more about the orchestration than about the actual melodic writing. Now, when it comes to musical theater writing, that's a lot more about the melody, a lot more about, just melody and harmony, and not about what the full picture sounds like, especially because you can't know what the full picture sounds like until you know what budget you have. Because if you write a song and you are hell-bent on having a full horn section for it, and then it turns out you can't have a full horn section for it, the song is going to suck otherwise. Percussion's always been a little bit tricky for me. I am going to loop this. Gotta have a lovely looping thing. And before I figure out what's going on with everything else, I'm going to write some loop parts. Too high. This is the low flute. Okay. I don't like the key switch on. Gotta change that key switch. I think I like this one. My wife is here! Everyone say hi to my wife!
This is like at least a 5-second delay between me hearing you talking and me hearing you talking.
How does that melody sound? Also, you're hearing this. This is your character.
I am. It sounds good. I like it a lot so far.
Is this feeling right?
Yeah, I think you're getting the vibe of like that style of music with it being a little less upbeat.
Because the songs you sent me were pretty upbeat. They didn't sound
That's fair.
the right kind of introspective for what I was imagining.
That's completely fine.
I love my wife.
I love you too. I was watching. I mean the Lady Snowblood theme I've had as a reference for a while, but I guess it is kind of upbeat, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Which is funny considering how like grim of a movie that is. But whatever.
I can see where that shows up, but it doesn't. It was giving me the vibe of.
It's very
Yeah,
distracting to hear myself echoed back.
You know when a sad thing happens in Rick and Morty and then a song plays?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, it was giving that vibe.
Okay, I feel like that's probably the result of like. So, Lady Snowblood is a movie from the 70s, and like it's been like heavily referenced by pop culture to the point where I think like, you know, the snake is eating its own tail, and like stuff like Rick and Morty takes what was originally like a very sort of like in context pretty like I guess mellow piece and just makes it sound comical because it's from, you know, a Rick and Morty vibe.
Yeah.
But that's Rick and Morty's fault.
Yeah,
But also
I
you're
know.
doing a good job of taking the feeling without making it like, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I like it so far. It sounds good. I was curious what you were working on.
Scotty Lilac Leona says, "Good and happy wives lead good and happy lives." I found out recently that the happy wife, happy life thing
Oh my God.
isn't something people say because if you make your wife happy, you guys are both happy. Who doesn't want to make their wife happy? If you make your partner happy, you have a good life. No, apparently people say that because if your wife is happy, she won't nag you.
Yeah, it's always like terrible.
It's
man,
fucking
saying it,
1950s
and the,
ass
like, you know, I
patriarchy.
hate my wife, quote unquote jokes.
I could never. I love my life.
I love you too. You're great.
Soon we will be real life.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to try something. I'm going to use a drummer track, and I'm going to pull in this instrument that I've been using here. What is this one called? Oud. I'm chronically single, but I still like your version of it more. Yeah, you should. Everyone should. Because it's a good version of Happy Wife, Happy Life. And I should say this. Boop. That That would have been bad if an hour of work had gone away because I forgot to save. Before I move on, I want to show you guys some of the other stuff that I've been working on for this. Because I'm very happy with a lot of it. I want to show you guys this one. This is what I've been working on, what I was working on yesterday. Yeah, that's the spaghetti western. This is a jazzier one. And also more industrial ones. Or reasons. Sometimes they're industrial billionaire industrial. And you have to write some sentences. And this is the Chong song. Dude doing wacky antics. I was going for like wacky cartoon here, but like. And one more I want to show you is actually the same song, but it's more fun. You'll recognize these meows. Chong have a picture of Zopa in the pride
I
picture.
guess I am the third commenter.
This is Chong, and this is Zopa, his cabin, half cat, half rabbit. And she mews a lot, and she does antics like locking people in bathrooms. It's great. Also, this man does not know how to keep this cat out of danger. He takes this cat to a live battlefield so many times.
Something we sort of forget about from time to time.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, Zopa's here!
Do you have a cat? You saw the cat with him?
We've had to make an effort to keep Zopa out of the battles lately.
Zopa.
Zopa with a
Yes.
P.
Now I'm number 2, baby!
But consider. Zopa. Zopa D's nuts! Like soup! Oh! Cabot soup! Someone's gotta cook her! This is one of the quieter ones. One of the more low energy ones.
Yours is much okay. That's not what I fucking typed. I typed much better. I swear to God, it changed it. What?
This one plays. No, don't make her into soup. I will make her into soup. This will play when any of the airbenders show up. Specifically, either Tenzin, the main dude, or Soma, who is not Zopa. Chong has an airbender friend named Soma, and he continuously calls her Zopa, or sometimes Zoma.
Let's just say, having a player who's not always the best with names actually worked out
It's so funny.
super well
Yeah,
for
it's
this
just
character.
part of Chong's character that he's just bad with names. He calls one of the characters the soup lady. No, not the soup lady, the sandwich lady.
sandwich
I was
lady.
thinking of soup because we were talking about Zopa soup. But no, he calls one of the characters the sandwich lady because Bame sounds like Bon Mi.
Yes.
Let me play that tune, the Piercing Pistols theme. Zopa is similar to Sopa. Yeah. Yeah, let's make Zopa Sopa. Kitty soup. Do not. But don't you ever see something cute and you just want to put it in the oven and go bite, bite, bite? I got to really play with the air flute a lot here. I love writing for air flute. It's such a great instrument that I specifically originally always wanted to write for because of the Legend of Korra soundtrack. And now, here I am replicating the Legend of Korra soundtrack for a thing. The cute thing should be the one going bite, bite, bite. Okay, you're right there. Zopa should be allowed to go bite. Oh, now you're number 2.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but
I don't know. habits eat anyway? A combination of salad and meat. So they're omnivores. There's actually a scene where Zopa gets a 5-star feast where she gets like high quality raw beef and like a salad. But yeah, that's some of the other music for the soundtrack. Like an actual drummer track. That's a really cool thing about Logic. If you suck at drums, like I do, drummer. I don't want this sound. I don't want this sound at all. But I can choose a different drummer. Coffee shop one? No, there's a coffee shop percussion. Under alternative. Right. It's the specifically percussion. That's what I'm talking about. That's a vibe. I'm not using that vibe. Maybe because of the game you did prior, but this gives off a bit of mystery vibes. But perhaps. I mean, the game itself, the TTRPG itself, is not like a mystery, but there are some mysteries that need to be solved, such as the episode that Jonaya DM'd. That was certainly a mystery. Whatever the hell they want. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, this is totally realistic. This is what I want. I need a halftime. that might work. That might actually work. Okay. Another loop. Habits are actually an apex predator to have no natural enemies. Does Zopa have any enemies?
I'm going to post more Cabot facts that are all definitely not lies.
Yeah. The more complex the percussion, the more anxious it sounds. What do you think about the added percussion?
This one here.
Yeah.
Let me hear the harmony.
Oh, well, this was gonna...
Oh, layering on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could work. Yeah, I like that.
That's gonna be first, like... Yeah, stop. Doesn't ruin the vibe?
No, I don't think it's
Okay, cool. Zopa has probably made some enemies. Yeah, I want to know, because Zopa probably has made some enemies. Do you think?
At least a couple.
You know? I don't know. Well, Hikaru, obviously. Hikaru hates Zopa, but Hikaru hates everyone.
That's also true.
Hikaru is the most racist woman on earth. That is all I will say about her.
She's unpleasant.
You know how cats have no bones.
Good line. Good moment.
An excellent moment. Zopa slithering out from under the couch at the most inopportune moment.
What episode was that?
7.
I thought so.
When Hikaru came.
Yeah, no. I was like I forgot how much of a build-up that was.
To Hikaru? Yeah, well, the thing is, because we extended some of the episodes to 2-parters, what was supposed to be episode 5 ended up being episode 7.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't end up using her the way that I thought we would
No.
in season
Well,
1.
people will see what happens.
Yeah. Love the loop. You know how cats have no bones? Wonderful statement out of context. I mean, it's more like, you know how cats can fit into very tight spaces because they are like little boneless chicken wings. You know, they just squish everywhere. They look bananas in that regard.
Oh boy, I just got an ad for
Yeah, that's so I can make money. You should click on it.
I'm not gonna click on it.
Click
Also,
on
it's
it.
forcing me to watch it.
Click on it so I get money.
No, what?
If you click on the ad, I get more money.
You get more money?
Yes! I've done this before. I sometimes click on my own ad so I get paid more.
I'm your top patron.
Yeah, you can still give me more money. The money goes
Oh my
to
God.
us. Any YouTube money I get goes to our bills. Don't you
That's
want our
true.
bills to be paid? Click on my
How
ads.
much do you get for someone clicking on an ad?
I've got like 50 cents from that before.
That's wild.
I know, it's a ton for an ad.
Why can't you exploit that to like just click on your own ads?
Oh, I do. It's just boring, so I don't do
okay.
it.
And they only happen periodically.
Yeah. Hello, T-Man. Welcome back. We were talking about Cabbits, a half cat, half rabbit, owned by our good friend Chong. That's yeah, it's good that you're on your phone, not your Atlas computer, so I can get revenue. Honestly, a big reason why I'm doing these proposing streams is because I'm not making that much money this summer, so I need more money. So, yeah, ad revenue. I also recently got my third ever YouTube paycheck. It took me for fucking ever, but now it's like, oh, right, YouTube paychecks are a thing that I can get if I actually make content. And I haven't been feeling up to doing Homestuck content lately. I don't feel like doing comic dubs right now. I don't feel like doing Homestuck songs. I just want to work on other stuff. So I'm gonna stream music and also Deltarune. We're not done with Deltarune yet. We'll do Deltarune soon.
I beat the secret boss in chapter 4.
Yes, you
It only
did.
took me like 4 days.
Yay! Yeah, you were on that for a while.
That
You were
was
fucking.
very challenging.
You we're gonna like throw your fucking computer across the room because of Gerson.
I was so close so many times. I was on his like second to last round, multiple times.
I need another instrument. That's fine. I need something to go above the flute.
You need an electric guitar, like wow, 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 wow.
Do you want to ruin
No,
your own character's
absolutely not.
You know what I really want?
What do you want?
Coconut pop. Would you like to be the best wife in the world and get me a coconut
I
pop?
would be happy to get you a coconut pop.
You gotta saw the top off with a knife.
Okay. I think we have clean knives.
If it works with a butter knife.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll get you a coconut pop.
I like how that sort of spit sound at the same time. Yeah, but I wanted, let's go to instruments and let's find ourselves an instrument. Oh, like a full coconut? It's not a coconut, it's a coconut pop. So it's, you know, it's like a, you know, one of those flavor ice tube pops, crazy pops, but it's thick. It's like girthy. It's girthy, and yeah, you gotta cut the top off with a knife because scissors won't work. Also, I don't want to dirty scissors with coconut stuff. Those things always get so sticky whenever it's Freezy Pop season. But they're good. They're you know, like Mexican Freezy Pop
It's your
things.
last one.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They're these things. They're good. And also some of the cheapest Freezy things at the market. Alright, what am I going to add? Now this isn't my only non-Western instruments patch. I also have, let me imagine, a full frozen, honestly, that might be kind of good.
Whole frozen what?
Coconut.
That actually could be good.
I do like coconut water. Now, a full frozen coconut would probably be pretty tricky to eat. We also have these. A silly image of Jonaya hacking away at a frozen coconut with a knife. She'd do it for me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would.
She'd do anything for me.
That is not a true statement.
Even let me turn you into soup.
No. There's lots of things I wouldn't do for you.
I don't want the daisy flip. I don't know if I want knife. I pictured a machete. Yeah.
Honestly, I pictured a machete too.
Okay. good instrumentation continuation. Nice. God, I gotta do this one too. I think form-wise, we're going to be doing a classic AABA here. We're going to have this 8-bar phrase. I'm going to do something else here. And then I'm going to go back to this 8-bar phrase, and then we're going to cool down. And that's how I write a lot of these tracks. There are people screaming and cheering outside. I don't know what they're here for. Yeah, honestly, who knows what goes on out there. We were considering recording Moment of Balance on Saturdays. Thought that might be a good day to record, but then we realized there are constantly things going on during the summer on Saturdays outside our window. The joys of living in Manhattan. Oh, cold, cold, cold. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what goes on Sundays because I am in the piano mines all day long. I leave the house at like 8 a.m. for my 9:45 lesson, and I teach from 9:45 to right now 6:15 is my last lesson. And I usually don't get back until about 7. So yeah, I don't know what goes on Sundays. I am teaching piano all day long. Yeah, my teaching days are usually on weekends because that's when students are free to take lessons. Ooh, you know what we need here? Key change. Key change time. Alright, cool. We're a minute in. Usually about now is where I do something called a vibe check, where I will export this, I will send the first 45 seconds to a minute to whoever I am doing music for, whether that be if I'm working on a project, if I'm doing a commission. I'll send them the vibe check because I don't want to write more than 1 minute without the okay from other people, because I have been in circumstances where I've written a whole piece and people have been like, oh, that's not what I had in mind. Do something completely different and completely scrap what you just wrote. And it's like, oh God, that is the most annoying feeling in the world. So I always do a vibe check. And not that anyone here does music commissions, but if you ever want to do music commissions in the future, or just commissions, you know, or like art commissions, always do a vibe check.
Yeah, it's like sharing your sketch.
Yeah.
When you do an art for artist commissions, they share like a rough outline and a sketch and then line work.
Alright, so chord-wise, we've had the same 3 chords the whole time. I'm going to go back to the gamble. We've had the E minor. We've had this lovely flat 6, this A flat major, and then we've had an open 5th on a G. And we're going to do a little bit of modulation. So we've been in this world. What if we went to A flat minor? So then we have commission equivalent to showing you rough draft. Yeah, exactly. Oh! Your brother's looking for a composer? I am happy to take commissions. Now, my prices are a little steep. It's about $200 for a track, but you know, if you're working on a long-term project, I can negotiate rates and everything. Yeah, do you want to like send some examples of my stuff? I have a demo reel on my website, which is somewhere on this YouTube as well.
Hey, Anna.
Yeah?
Do you include commercial use rights in your standard rate?
I have not really thought about that.
Is that like if someone wanted to commission you for a game they were selling for money, would you charge them the same couple $100?
I haven't thought about it. I've never been.
Not talking about like national advertising, that kind of stuff, because usually the rates for that are a lot higher.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say that $200 is not atypical for a game, for something that's gonna be used commercially or just in general.
Okay. I mean,
That's not bad at all for original custom music.
I know it's not bad at all. I just feel like it's always out of everyone's price range because people don't have money.
Yeah, well, that's fair. It's worth it. I think it's worth it.
Well, you have a little more money than most people.
Not right now, I don't.
Jonaya needs money. Help her get a job. She needs a new job. Her job sucks. It's stupid. They underpay her by about $60,000,
Yeah, something like that.
$70,000. You're underpaid a lot.
Yeah.
Or we could do F. F minor. I think this one has the answers to your problem seem a little too good to be true at first. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can go just from the minor 1 to the 6 a couple times. So we're gonna leave that very strict tonality, that very strict minor pentatonic, and we're gonna go to something a little bit brighter, a little bit more open. Why underpay the woman who's probably overqualified for whatever job she has? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Terrible company that Jonaya works for. Jonaya deserves the best. Because she's the best. And she's my wife. Hee 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 hee. If any of you are going to be at prom stuck, look out for a very exciting thing happening with me and Jonaya.
Yeah, we're both gonna be there.
Yeah, we're both going to
I'm
be
gonna
there.
be wearing Jade cosplay, and part of that is a bright yellow dress. I will not be hard to miss.
Yeah. Well, there's probably going to be a lot of people
They're
in
not
CrossFit
easy.
dress.
Yeah, but this is like, it's not a CrossFit. It's not the CrossFit outfit. It's just a yellow. It's like a bright yellow dress. It's vaguely CrossFit.
It's CrossFit adjacent.
It's CrossFit adjacent.
And I
That's
will
the
be
whole
in full
point of it.
Vriska.
Yeah.
I
And
just
also,
bought some stuff at the Vriska.
My tattoos are still visible.
Yeah.
With the dress, it's not like sleeveless, but they come down to the
Mhm.
middle of my arm. So.
Also, like, you're Jonaya. Everyone
Yeah.
knows you.
Yeah, I mean, but like, not necessarily what I look like.
That's true.
I mean, I've posted my picture, but like, I also use an avatar for everything. So.
And they'll notice you by your tattoos.
Yeah, I'm one of 2 people that has form tattoos, and Crow doesn't have have the full ones, and also is a black person.
Yeah, is Crow going to prom stuff?
I don't think Crow's going to prom stuff, unfortunately. But we're very different looking for several reasons.
Any yellow dress can become a prospecian dress with enough dedication.
That's the point, was to get a CrossFit themed, but not like the CrossFit pajamas, because I didn't want to make them, and 2
Probably wouldn't
really,
find another opportunity to wear them.
yeah, and also doesn't really fit the theme of like a dance. Like, it's just kind of random CrossFit. It's like whatever, which is fine, but I didn't want to do that. But I already have long brown hair, so Jade is
you're
easy.
Jade adjacent.
I can just put on glasses and ears, and a tail and not have to do makeup, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do full gray,
I'm not
but
gonna
I
do
will
that.
be in full gray because I'll be up on stage and I'll be singing some songs I wrote. I'm gonna sing "I'm in Here" because that's a Vriska song, and also it's slow enough to do like slow dances too. Even though it's not really a slow dance song. We were asked to not do too many upbeat songs so people could slow dance during the Broadway show.
You have specific requests?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what the prom stuck people told the Broadway stuck people.
Yeah, everyone dance around like the fucking 50s or whatever shit. The fucking sock hop dances where everyone's dancing fast.
Right. No, I need to be on cello. I'm gonna do some more open fifths. Oh, all those people that hate parallel fifths are gonna hate this song.
Other people that hate parallel fifths? Is that a thing?
Wait, I haven't told you about music theorists' vendetta against parallel fifths?
I feel like that. I don't think you have. You should tell this story because it feels like something your audience would appreciate. If
My
not,
middle school did a sock hop themed dance years ago. Fun.
huh? It's such an outdated, like it's
Yeah.
literally from the 50s. Like it's a 70-year-old thing.
So when it comes to oh my god. So when it comes to common practice music theory, which is the standard style of music theory that is taught in music schools, you are not allowed to write parallel fifths.
Is it because they're of the devil?
No, that's a tritone.
Okay.
There is one that is of the devil.
The devil is that the devil's
The devil's interval is-
That's the
yeah.
I remember my mom mentioning that at some
Yeah,
point.
that's a tritone.
My mom, for audience edification, my mom also a music person. She's was a performance major and plays a lot of music.
But yeah, you're not supposed to write parallel fifths because, well, when common practice theory was a thing, everything was written on harpsichord.
Is it hard to play those on harpsichord?
It's not hard to play them; they just don't tune well.
Oh, okay. So they sound shitty.
Yeah, and vocal music, parallel fifths are hard to tune.
Parallel
And I
fifths
will
excite, they excite the senses unduly.
I will avoid parallel fifths in vocal music for one reason and one reason only. It makes it sound kind of Gregorian chanty.
Okay, that's
Because
fair.
Gregorian chants relied on parallel fifths.
Right.
Which is why
So
if
that's
I'm writing
very
vocal
specific.
harmonies,
Okay.
I will write plenty of parallel thirds and sixths, or, you know,
What?
contrast in harmony that isn't exactly in parallel. But parallel fifths I do tend to avoid because they sound Gregorian chanty. Now when it comes to any other thing other than vocal music, like, parallel fifths are everywhere. Like, power chords are parallel fifths. So much rock is based on parallel fifths.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I, don't avoid them. But some people get really touchy about them and fucking hate them, and I think they need to stop. This should be faster. Yeah, guitar uses parallel fifths all the time. ostinato. Yeah, that's what I want. I love some chromaticism in there. And now through the other hand. I don't even know where prom sick is, but it sounds fun. It is in California in 1 month. I don't know if they still have tickets left. But yeah, it's a big, Homestuck prom, and I'm super fucking excited. And yeah, there's going to be lots of fun musical guests, including myself. I will be singing with Broadway Stuck. And Michael Guy Bowman will be playing, and Stacy, the DJ from SockCon, will be playing. There's some fun activities. There's an artist's alley. I've been in the Prom Stuck planning chat since the beginning, since I've been one of the musical guests, and I've been seeing all of the people prepping their artist's alley stuff. There's going to be, prints and charms and fun stuff. And the Broadway Stuck group is going to have a table to sell merch and also do, signings. We've got a print that we're all going to, pass around and sign our character's name on. I gotta make Vriska a signature. But it's gonna be a ton of fun. That is totally fair. The only reason me and Jonaya are making it there is because I'm performing. There we go. This. That makes it super, super clean. All I gotta do is press Q and everything goes into place. And a friend who also likes smoke that can drive all the way to California. That is few and far between, for sure. I mean, we're forking over a lot of, I'm getting paid to perform, but I'm getting paid a fraction of what I am actually paying to be there. It's, the tickets themselves, I don't think are too pricey. I don't know how much they are, because I didn't have to buy them, but, yeah. I'm paying like $600 for my plane tickets, and also like an additional $150 for the Airbnb because I'm splitting it like 7 ways. It's not cheap. There's a reason I don't like do a bunch of cons. I wanted to do New York Comic Con this year, but 1, it's sold out already, and 2, I can't fucking afford that. That's like $80. So like, yeah, there's a reason I don't go to a bunch of events. I don't see all the Homestuck people at all the Homestuck events. I've never gone to the West Coast for Requiem or anything like that, cause this shit's expensive. Like, this will be my first time flying anywhere since 2021. You've never flown in your life, damn. Well, it is expensive as all ever-loving shit. There's a reason I usually take a train or a bus places. I just went to Vermont to visit my sister, and I took an 8-hour train ride. And of course I took an 8-hour train ride. Why would I waste money on a plane? Never gone to the West Coast at all. I've only been a couple times. I went once in like 2020, actually, the week before the pandemic hit. I had a song in a classical music festival that I was performing. And I went to San Francisco, performed my song, noticed there were no people on the plane. I made a tweet about it. I tweeted, wow, people are really freaked out about this coronavirus thing. And then a week later, the world shut down. But other than that, I'd only ever been to the West Coast one other time when I was like a really little kid. So yeah, no, I'm very much an East Coast girly. Oh, nice. Last BronyCon, rip. This country is so fucking big. Like, the West Coast might as well be a different country from the East Coast. The Midwest might as well be a different country from the East Coast. And the Northeast may as well be a different country from the Southeast. Like, as someone who spends the vast majority of my time in New York City, never been to the East Coast either. Yeah, I mean, fuck, if you're in the Midwest, just the money to get to either coast is so much. Like, it is a wonder why we are one country. This is me promoting the balkanization of the U.S. Please. All right. Yeah. What was I doing? I was gonna. Empire building is a thing, yep. Been to Northwest Florida, Georgia, and for a moment I was in North Carolina by accident. How did you get to North Carolina accidentally? Been to North Carolina like once. I've been to Florida like twice. I have an uncle there 3 times. Once when I was too young to remember. Hello, Snowball52. Thank you for showing up. You drove too far. Okay, that makes sense. Chicago's one place I've never been. I have one of my writing partners lives there, and one day I would love to go visit her in Chicago. But yeah, no, never made my way out there. That is the other place with good public transportation I have heard about in the country. Every time I'm like, oh my god, I love the New York subway because I don't have to learn how to drive. Everyone who's ever been to Chicago is like, Chicago subway's just as good. So maybe I should check it out just for the subway. Only for the pizza? So the thing is, I don't eat cheese, so I don't eat pizza. So I live in New York, but I don't actually know what New York pizza tastes like.
Very nice. Wait, what?
I want to go to a cemetery there. Nice. When I studied abroad, me and Chrissy would go cemetery hopping at all of the places we visited. So we basically went to a bunch of graveyards to find the tombs of people who... Oh, it's my wife!
Yeah.
The tombs of famous people who died. So, like, you know, famous authors, famous composers. We went to one in Vienna. We went to one in Paris. Cemetery hopping. Grave hopping. Call it grave hopping. Imagine a pizza road trip, just traveling for pizza from many lands. Wouldn't be my thing, since I don't eat cheese, but that sounds very fun for the majority of the country. How's my wife doing?
Good.
Oh, food, right. God, I'm going to have to figure out how to feed myself tonight, aren't I? Gross.
Yes.
Why do we need food to run our bodies? It would be so nice if we didn't have to worry about it. Oh, cool, an anarchist cemetery? Okay, that would be fun to visit. I might have to check that out if I ever go to Chicago. Does this still feel introspective? Now that we're about a minute and a half in. Does sound like a badass cemetery. Forest Home Cemetery. Not a little off the rails in there, but sounds like someone's stalking their prey through a crowded area. Sabi does do some stalking. Sabi does do some stalking. I'll have to pass this by the other members of the team to see if it feels right. Because this is honestly more upbeat than I was expecting it to be, but then again, the reference pieces were more upbeat than I was expecting them to be too. Does it feel like I regret killing a man? Are you getting regret? I was definitely getting regret in the beginning. actually sit up and not lean back, because then I can't reach the keys right. Actually, yeah, let's see what happens if I take the whole tempo down. Let's take it down to 80. Alright, thoughts. Does that work slowed down? Alright. Jonaya, are you hearing that slower version?
Hearing what?
Alright, well, let me play this part now. I've slowed it down.
I think it works, yeah.
Does it work better for you?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool. It feels like it drags a little bit. The murder is very fresh. Yeah. It feels like it drags a tiny bit. I'm going to bump it up a few more bits. Maybe instead of 80, let's do 85.
I do think it sounds better being slightly faster.
Yeah. I'll keep it at 84.
Oh, sure, man. I was getting whatever that was.
That was 84.
Okay.
I'm going to quantize this because you can really tell how off it is. Yeah. Especially this top one. Now press that magic Q button. Boop. about a minute and a half in. I have written both the A and the B section. The bloodstains are not washing out. Yeah, we'll see if they wash
Perpetually.
out.
Perpetually not washing out.
Yeah. Oh, Sabi. Oh, Sabi. What a
There's a lot going on.
what a girl.
There's a lot
Anxious because of the rising chromatics. I'm going from chromaticism is generally pretty anxiety provoking. Especially rising chromaticism. Descending chromaticism just sounds silly. I use that a lot in the Chong song because it sounded clown-like. I wanted that clown vibe. So I've been going at this for about 2.5 hours, it seems, and I want to stop writing music because I don't usually do this long composing session. I usually do it in chunks. So, yeah. Before we go, you guys got any questions about Moment of Balance or anything like that? Or anything you just want to chat about? Is that why clowns are scary? They mirror anxiety. Oh, you know what? So the clown song, the da 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 da, that's all chromaticism. We have decided to associate clowns with chromaticism, and chromaticism always has an anxiety-provoking sort of feel. Huh. One day I gotta write a clown song. My sister loves clowns. She has a clown collection. I promised to buy her a clown when I visited her, but we didn't find any that she wanted to buy. She's always wanted me to write her a clown song. I've never written her a clown song. I gotta do that one day. But she really, really loved JoJo's Purple Blood songs from Friend Sim 2 because of just the clown of it all. She loves everything clown. Famous clown songs. Yeah, a military parade. It was March of the Gladiators or Entrance of the Gladiators, and yeah, it just became the circus song, the clown song. It was also supposed to be played slower than it is. Speaking of slowing down things, completely changing the vibe. Apparently, it was supposed to be a lot more da 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 da, like a lot more menacing, which makes sense. Makes sense. Speed it up, it sounds goofy.
When you slow it down, it's kind of got the same vibe as that song that plays in the original Star Trek where Kirk is like fighting these fucking battles and shit.
I've never seen the
They're
original
like,
Star Trek.
I can't fucking. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's such a corny show. Star Trek fans in the audience, don't come at me. I watched the Next Generation growing up and have been a regular Star Trek viewer for forever.
All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I've done a lot of good composing today. Thank you guys for keeping me company. I hope you've enjoyed looking at how I put together a song, how I pull these things out of my ass. Maybe I will do another one of these soon. Actually, the next thing I want to do a stream on is like scoring to audio. So there's a scene that I want to live score. We call it the To Tomorrow scene. It's yeah, an intense scene in the middle of season 1, and I want to have it scored specifically to the audio. So I would love to show you all how I do that. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It has been a ton of fun, and I will see you all next time.